Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thank you very much for tuning in and choosing my channel to join me as I explore the amazing, incredible, diverse, global, wide world of pens. Kind of redundant, but we have a box. It's black with some interesting embossed designs on it. We see something there that might indicate what it is. We'll translate for you. But this is what it is. It's a Moonman pen. And there's some interesting labels. We'll give you the translations because I think sometimes the translations can be interesting to allow you to understand more about what's inside the box. So it's a sleeve, comes off. You have this white box which you can open up, and inside is a pen, an eyedropper. That's it. And I put these cartridges in because I want to use those later in the video. But this is the pen. Yes, it's a Moonman Wancai Mini in a nice starry night, winter sky, however you want to describe it. I just think it's interesting. And I love this design. I think it's almost the perfect pocket fountain pen. Post well. The number 5 nib has always been a good writer in all the ones that I have inked up, and I have some of them inked up for many years, and they all write well. Section's a little bit on the small side, but it works for me. And as you see posted, it fits great in the hand, and it feels good in the hand. There's a step up there which you can feel, but that's quite a ways away from the nib. So I don't see too many people using that. And you do feel it a little bit on your fingers, but trust me, this design is excellent. It works well, and it makes for a great pocket pen. So here are my 4 Wancais. These two have been inked up since I got them. I love the acrylics that they used. This one was a gift by Dean. This was the original one that I got many, many years ago. And it was inked up for many, many years, carried around my pocket, my case, everywhere else. Never burped, always started first time. That's one reason why I think these designs are excellent. And of course, here's the new one to join the family. So here's my drawer of pocket pens. Yes, I do have a lot of them. It's a nice titanium one, a very shiny one, a very matte black one with a nice cellulose acetate, some anodized aluminum, some in brass that I've cleaned off that saying that a lot of people didn't like. Yes, one shaped like a bowling pin, over and over and over again. And this is the closest version to the Wancai. So I do like my pocket pens, and I do have a lot of them. Bonus question, what are these pens? They are very nice looking. So here's the Wancai Mini, partially disassembled. I basically just unscrewed the nib assembly to show you that it is just a standard number 5 nib assembly. Nice that it's clear, going into a translucent section. Very well made. I just like this sparkly resin. Don't have too many pens with a sparkly resin. So the section's done well, with an O-ring above the threads, which is what I like, to keep the ink away from the threads. But one of the things that they've talked about is these can use cartridges. Obviously, I don't use cartridges, but I have an empty one here, and it's a Gin House Standard, and it fits well. And you can screw down the barrel. So if you don't want an eyedropper and you still want a pocket pen, this is one that could work for you. So here is a pocket pen comparison for size. Obviously the tiniest and cutest pen is this Wancai. Here's the Q2 by Moonman. Here's that Wancai, which I really think is the best design of these, even though it doesn't have a clip. And of course, for giggles and snorts, is the Q1, an interesting, huge pocket pen. I guess if you had this in your pocket, everyone would be saying, "You're glad to see me." So those are the pens. Give you some idea of sizes. So since you would write with these posted, I show them in their posted form. Now obviously the Q1 is the biggest. Number 6 nib, number 5. This appears to be a little smaller than a number 5. Who knows what it might be designated as. But as you can see, the Puccio is the smallest by a large amount. The tiniest current pen in production, I might say. And I didn't consider the Q2 to be a usable pocket pen. Some people might like it, but it doesn't fit well in my hand at all. The Wancai is perfect, and the Q1 is just fun. There they are. So a quick look at nibs and sections. Yes, they all have different design sections. Again, the Wancai, to me, is a great size and fits well in the hand. Too small, and this is an acquired taste. So there was only one ink to put into the pen, and that's this ink, which I like. Have it in a few pens. Comes in a nice bottle, has a very narrow opening, so using it with a syringe works well. And it has some glitter in it, blue glitter. Goes into suspension nicely. As we saw with some of the other diamond inks, they give you a nice pamphlet which describes what you should do with the ink and also gives you some helpful hints about what you can accomplish with the ink. Kudos to Diamine. So with the syringe, I got a completely full fill. I filled the barrel up to the threads where the section screws into. And as the last couple turns, it squirted out a little bit of ink, so we're completely full. And that ink's going to look nice coming out of the nib. And I now know when I pick up this pen what ink is in it, and I don't have to remember. So all of my Wancai minis write very well. This one writes exceptionally well. Could be the Diamine ink, not certain, but extremely smooth, extremely consistent line. Feels a little soft on the paper. And for some reason this ink dries almost instantaneously. I don't know, I have to explore that a little bit more, but I like the color and certainly works well, the ink in this pen. So in summation, I really like this pen. I've liked all of its versions. This nib is even more special than the nibs in the other pens. It's a very generous fine, closer to a medium. And yeah, I wrote the writing sample twice because I forgot to hit record when I wrote this, so I wrote it a second time. And you can see, I think, the glitter that's in this ink. I mean, this is what I kind of expected from that other ink, but that didn't make it. But Tropical Glow certainly does. So we'll give you some dimensions on the pen. I consider this form factor to be one of the best pocket pen form factors. I like the same dimensions, the minimalistic barrel and cap. You know, it unscrews in a decent amount of turns, about 1.5, I think. Screw to post, which makes it nice, and it fits extremely well in the hand. That section feels good. And yes, it's not a number 6 nib, but it writes way above its weight. It writes extremely well, which is really what you want in a nib. So yes, If you like a pocket pen, and the price of this in AliExpress is just incredible. It comes in a lot of different colors. This is considered like version 2. It's also on eBay, but it's a little bit more money. But if you like a pen like this, I strongly recommend you give the Wancai a try. So we've reached the conclusion of this video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching and hope everyone is safe, healthy, and happy, having time to enjoy your pens, enjoy everything. So we've reached the end, and with that we'll say bye, and have a great day.